said, got a lot of things I could do better if I tried to. They don't know the trauma we endured and we survived through. Family is the anchor to the ship of which I'm tied to. So if I get to sinking, well, I guess I'm finna die too. It's true. I gotta get some shit off my chest.
Welcome back to the Making Home Safe podcast, episode 12. Short episode, not really that short, but it's not gonna be as long as it usually is. We got the full 5 here. I was out last week. I take care of baby girl, so I'm back now.
Yeah, how's she doing?
She's good.
That's good.
Her nose is still stuffy and stuff, but she's doing way better than she was originally. That's good.
All praise to baby girl. But hey, man, God, Lord. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Reed back again, man. Making Home Safe podcast 205, man. Just living life, having fun, man. We're gonna run it up this time. What's going on? Who next?
What's going on, man? It's Bash Cash. Episode 12. In for another one. We got some good topics. I hope y'all like them.
Nobody called Vash Cash. It's your boy Russ. Back at it again. You know the vibes. I say a whole bunch of stuff about, don't ask me about my love life, but yo, dog, Melody, I see you pull up in the DMs, dog. Let me go ahead and book that ticket for you.
Oh my God.
I know you
ain't it's your boy. Hey y'all, it's your boy Wholesome Kwame 555, big cap in the group chat. It's been a wild ride. Let's jump into it.
Let me also add before. Hey, hold on.
No, we ain't adding nothing. Shut up.
Hold on, wait. Just let me ask something real quick. Nobody ever asked you about your love life, so you ain't got to keep talking about it. So go ahead.
No, exactly.
All right, now that we're done with the war, everybody, let's give a shout out.
What was
to
the
Facebook.
first thing Shane said when he got on here? Exactly. And your mom be the main one in the comments. Shout out to my homegirl. Vash's mom is the GOAT. Vash's mom is the GOAT.
Shout out to all our listeners, man.
Exactly.
Shout out to the listeners. For all those who don't know, we're starting to do pre-production on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
You can follow us at the Make It Home Safe podcast on Facebook. We do the pre-production. You'll see how we start, how we get everything together. And we'll also be doing pre-production before we drop the episodes on Sundays. Check us out. All right, jumping into it. We got 4 topics today. First, we're going to start off with the situation that Russ, my man, wants to talk about. The T.I. Tiny being weird and how they conduct their relationship. Go into it, bro.
Okay, so the count is at 35 women now, but it's basically outlining
35?
women that coming forward. Yeah, 35 right now. And it's saying T.I. is a serial predator. One girl came out and said T.I. held a gun to her head and forced her into sexual activities or do sexually explicit stuff. And it's interesting to me when it came up, because I thought about the stuff over the summer with T.I. where he said, he would check his daughter's hymen. He would go to the gynecologist with her. And I'm never going to tell you how you should raise your kids or what you should.
That's not how you should do it, though.
But that might not be it. And he always been on some weird, not weirdo shit, but it's like,
yes, he has.
Okay, we'll call it that.
Wow.
Checking your daughter's hymen is weird, bro. I'm being honest with you, that's not it.
She has no privacy. At that point, there's no privacy. She's gonna start hiding everything from you. If you checking your daughter's hymen, what else are you checking for?
Because he got something
And
to hide
rather,
himself.
why are you checking for it?
Because he's guilty, man. He doing some weird things on the low, man.
Guilty conscience.
Yeah.
People that do stuff like that,
18 or 19.
That's crazy.
Was he doing it before 18 or 19?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
Come on, bro.
Regardless, that shit is crazy. And I heard, I guess Tiny was in, she knew about it, and she was, she came to
She supports him.
in his defense or something like that.
He could kill 1,000 people and she would have his back.
That's different. Why is he killing 1,000 people?
That's just an example.
Okay.
I mean, she took that ecstasy charge or that gun charge for him, went to jail for him a few years back. Several years. That was a long time ago. I'm sorry.
That's
They are a very weird dynamic, and
for sure.
They always doing some shit.
So what
they
are
always doing something?
Yeah, they actually have a lot of threesomes too. People don't realize that too.
So what are they
Ain't no
doing with
there.
these? What are they doing with these accusations? What's going on with it?
So T.I. just came out. When we doing the editing, I'm gonna see if I can screen grab the video and put it in there, like a little excerpt from it.
We
But
can do
he's
it
just
now.
talking like, people are miserable and they
I'm
trying to
gonna say
tear
you
him
could pull it up now
down
and share your screen.
and a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff.
That's
And I was
crazy.
confused. I was confused by it because it's like, bro, first of all, you're not Jay-Z, you're not Drake. Like, okay, you rap, you got some hits back in the day, but nobody checking for a T.I. album when he dropped one. Nobody checking for it.
Y'all get all
Even
this
if
money
it
and do some
were,
weird stuff with it, man.
that's
That's
what
crazy.
That's the thing that. But I mean, Nick, no matter how rich you get, if you weird at your core, you're gonna be
Yeah.
weird when you're rich. So
That's
Weird people
true.
become famous, and people need to admit it, man. Weird
That's
people
true as
become
well.
famous. They said
Yeah.
Kanye was weird before he was famous. Like when he
I
was
believe
just a
they all
producer,
were.
they
I
said he
believe-
was weird.
I believe that. He's still weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kanye dealing with a mental illness. I won't say he weird. He was probably weird then, but he dealing with a mental illness, like
Well,
a
he's
severe
definitely
one.
different.
now.
He definitely different.
Definitely.
And I think different attracts people for sure. So it makes sense.
Completely off topic, Vash. Do you know about that? Is Kanye schizophrenic or is he just bipolar?
Shit, I don't know. He's either one of them.
I would say I know that's your homie.
You gotta be one of them.
I know that's
Yeah,
your homie.
yeah. I mean, like, regardless of what I'm saying, the diagnosis, he still acts how he acts. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how it works, but don't they kind of go hand in hand? Sometimes, like depending
Yeah,
on
they-
like
it
they
depends on
they kind of have like the same characteristics in some areas.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
So,
I would
that
think it
being
would be
said-
more bipolar than schizophrenic though. Like I've never heard stories of him thinking like he's multiple different personalities or multiple people in one body.
He never
he's
thought
either
it, but he does like
super
speaking
happy or
like
super-
third person and
super
stuff.
cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he has like he does talk about alter egos though. You gotta admit, he does do that.
I never heard
Does
that.
that?
But
He
if he
does that
does,
in
then
his
yeah,
music.
maybe.
I was just
So
curious
that-
about it.
But
I
that's
don't-
so on to that. That's another topic of like mental illness, which I'm not. This mental illness is not a excuse or a way out of taking accountability for the shit that you do. But they're saying that the Seahawks lineman that beat the shit out of that
They're trying to claim mental illness.
they're trying to say that he was a mental illness. He hadn't been taking his medicine because he had been better. Blah blah. So I mean, like if you have a mental
What
illness
he did
because you
was-
think you're better, that doesn't mean you stop taking.
That
your
was
medicine.
a
Like,
form
mental
of
illness.
like.
I think he tried to kill
racism,
her. He
be
tried to
honest
kill her.
with you.
Yeah,
Because she
exactly.
wouldn't bow to him.
He
Because
tried
she
to kill
wouldn't bow to him.
Oh, is
That
that what it
doesn't seem
was?
like a mental
Yeah.
illness. He wouldn't. His girlfriend wouldn't bow to him.
Seemed like some storming the Capitol shit to me, but who am I?
Anyways,
But
what's next,
that being
man?
said, since we're going to talk about mental illness, we're going to also get into the topic of checking up on others' mental health. I say this because a good friend of ours back at home, Darell, you saw the post. Roy, he shared it talking about just because we're smiling all the time doesn't mean we're fine. I do this a lot, and I'm a victim of it. I'm terrible at keeping up with friends, right? But the moment I notice there's something wrong with you, I'll check up on you a lot, like a lot. One of my friends, his grandma succumbed to COVID-19, and I swear I haven't talked to him in like 6-7 months. When that happened, I checked up on him and called him once a week. I only did it once a week because he was in Qatar. So it was the perfect time. I checked up on him once a week until he was good. After that, man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I fell off the wagon again. I probably haven't talked to him for another 6 months. But that being said, I think people need to be aware in subtle changes. Well, no, I can't even put it on them, right? I can't just put it on the other person and check up on their friend. People need to speak up when there's something not wrong to them. Let your friend know. Talk to them. I don't know what I don't know, right? So if there's something wrong with y'all, you should let me know. And then after that, I can take it. I can take it into my own accord to look out for you, to make sure you're good, to make sure you're fine. You know what I'm saying? That I say that because like people who smile through everything, how do you expect people to know?
Yeah, that's tough.
How do you expect people to know when you're selling this dream, right? When you're selling a lie to me, how do I know? Like how? I really don't understand how I would know.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
me.
that's definitely
That's
a tough conversation there because like you said, there's a lot of so it's one of those things where you actually have to know what you're looking for and pick up on those certain like takes of a person has. Like I know the big one is when someone loses interest something they love to do. Like if you see this person, they never live without this one thing, or they're never not doing this one thing, and it just falls off. Just you don't see it anywhere for months on end, and it's a good telltale sign that something's going on, and you should probably check in on them. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned when I used to see that. Every time I would confront the person, like, "Hey man, what's going on? Like, how you doing? I saw that you're not doing this anymore." There's always like a story saying, like, "Oh yeah, this is why," and then you know what I'm saying. Then you kind of console them from there. But yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard. You just gotta look out for your peoples.
The subtle things, like certain lyrics that people post. Like I remember, like whenever I used to be like going through stuff, like I would post like lyrics that kind of let you know like I was going through something, or like they'd be repeated lyrics of something I posted before when I was going through something or something. And like sometimes you'll talk to people and they'll be like, "Oh, those are just lyrics," but like I'm also not a person that hides like when I'm going through something. If I'm going through something, like the people that's close, like y'all would know if I was going through something. Like my family would know if I was going through something. So I mean, it depends on if you have those people in your life that you feel safe to talk to, that you feel safe confiding in, and like that because you don't go to people for advice and situations and stuff that you wouldn't take criticism from. So you have to have people in your life that you feel you could take criticism from them constructively in order to go to them with things that like might not be the best to talk about.
Oh, that's real.
I want to hear something crazy, man. Like, believe it or not, for me, it's prideful, man. I go through a lot, but I'm one of those who always smile through it, right? That's why I felt the need to bring this topic up. But I was kind of like speaking to myself and others. Like, you need to let people know, right? The easiest way for me to let someone know there's something wrong with me is talking to a complete stranger. Which is weird because I don't care what they think about me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like friends or something, I kind of like try to uphold like that strong mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like I can work through this. You know what I'm saying? If you ever just like have you ever like just stopped and talked to a stranger and felt like you told them too much?
Yeah,
I don't really talk
to
strangers like that.
No, it's not often. I'm not saying it's often, but like you know what I'm saying, because you just don't care what they think.
Right.
And I think that's why I say that, because I think that's why it's genius to like to have those hotlines for people to talk to.
And sometimes they give the best advice too. You know, you never know what will come out of that conversation.
Objective advice.
So there's many routes that people would take. There's many avenues that you can take. Like first, I think you should talk to your people, right? I'll talk to my people if something's not fine. A big tall tell sign for me is when I call you too damn much. Like I don't ever talk to you, but if I call you too damn, like it might be something wrong with me. I need someone to talk to, right? I'll call you like, well, just want to let you know, what's McDonald's? All right, I'll talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But it's different avenues. You should talk to your people first. But if you don't feel like it, and that's why I brought up the story, sometimes I feel like it's easier and more comfortable to talk to people who don't know me. Like I have nothing to lose. I don't care what you think about me. That's so there's hotlines and there's different avenues. But first and foremost, you have to like let someone know there's a problem, right? Because I mean,
reach out.
Yeah, like to say like, people don't check up on me or blah, blah, blah is one thing, but what are you selling to make them not check up on you? I don't think people just ignore people. People don't do that. They wouldn't be your friend if they did, but are you selling that image that, hey, you need some help, you're unhappy right now? Or are you selling the image that everything's fine and that's it? Just another chip on the shoulder and I'll keep it moving.
No, I feel that. I'm like 50-50 between you and Darell. Like when it comes to like having issues, 50% of the time, like, I do want to tell the homies or whatever. But then like, I see a therapist. I ain't even gonna lie about that. It's some shit you can't tell the homies. So like you said, you feel comfortable telling strangers, like, yo, when I get down with my therapist, I feel completely cool just sitting there and telling him everything. And also like for the people listening, when you're like looking for a therapist or whatever, don't be afraid to fire your therapist because they work for you essentially. And my biggest thing was when I like got a therapist, I wanted somebody that looked like me, because a lot of people who don't look like me, and this is not a slight or a dig, they can't relate to me or what I've gone through. So
makes sense.
That's not just in finding a therapist. That's in a lot of things. Like certain people, like when you're looking for healthcare providers for your children, Like people that look like your children are going to take better care of your children. They're going to relate more to the things that your children may be going through. Like the whole trying to find like black pediatricians and black dental hygienists for my child. She has like anatomy is different. Black people aren't necessarily built the same that white people are, that Asian people are. That like the anatomy is different. Our hairs are different. The common complexions and things that our skin goes through is different. So you need someone that can relate to that, someone that can feel for that, someone that might has gone through it themselves and they have an idea or damn, lost my thought.
Better understanding.
Yeah, better understanding of like a way to go forward with it than rather having someone tell you, oh well, this just seems kind of crazy. So we'll just give you some fucking ibuprofen and some water and send you on your way. Like there's no one solution for everyone's anatomy. It doesn't make sense.
That's real.
You know, there's stats that says that certain races think that black people can tolerate
have a higher pain tolerance for sure. That's why the black
that's just crazy,
women
man.
Mortality rate in giving birth is higher than any other race.
Yeah, it really is.
That's crazy.
That being said, we'll move into a lighter topic.
I
thought that was a great topic, though. We're gonna jump into the over under. The over-under, for those who haven't watched the show much, is we name something and we give our opinion of whether it's overrated or underrated, right? First things first, Adam Sandler.
Who? What?
Underrated. Underrated.
Over. Why do you think he's underrated? Go ahead.
Well, I think Adam Sandler, well, you know what? Let me not say he underrated. I say he underrated because I knew Darell and Vash were going to say he was overrated. In the real world, with people who aren't assholes and have real perspectives on things, he pretty fairly rated. Adam Sandler have been in some classics. Uncut Gems, classic. Waterboy,
That's a good one.
Classic.
I didn't like Uncut Gems.
It wasn't. So Adam Sandler has range, but I'm not fancy for his type of range.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, look, listen to what I'm saying. Like he has range when it comes to like that goofy stuff that he does. I don't like the goofy stuff, like the baby voice and all that. I can't get behind that. But like,
you said Will Smith. You're right, Reed. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off. I'm about to go off right now.
Oh, I was about to say
off right now.
Yeah, I can tell. I already sense the energy. But his role at Uncut Gems, you know what I'm saying? He can act. But as a whole, I say he's overrated, man. But I like him. I like him as an actor, though. I do.
No, I don't remember the last year I watched an Adam Sandler movie.
Exactly. But I like him as an actor.
I definitely couldn't tell you the last time I went. I definitely couldn't tell you the last time I went back to watch an Adam Sandler movie.
I give them chances, but I just think his movies are very hit or miss. There's like when I say someone's like underrated as an actor, I mean they don't have one miss. Like it's there's very few actors I would give the underrated statement, right? Let me give you a context for it, like because people love him. Michael B. Jordan is overrated.
Sure.
Yeah, I would say so.
And he has a great collection, but his
wait.
He's been in Fruitvale Station. He's been in
Fruitvale Station was the only movie where he really had to act. That's what I'll say.
Even the Raisin Dion, the little roles he had, it's just like terrible.
Actually, I'm not gonna say that. What's the there's the other movie where he's the lawyer, where he plays the lawyer.
Oh for the that was a good one.
That was another movie where he acted.
He has movies where he's good, and then he has movies where he's subpar in his acting. That's why I give him the overrated.
But I think that he gets thrown so many of the big roles that if you're not looking for like to see that he's not really like I mean anybody could have done this, then you don't really pay attention to it. There's
Black Panther was trash.
There's very few roles you see Michael B. Jordan in where you're like, only he could have done this. That's how I compare actors. Yeah, but like if they're a great actor, that means that only they could have done that role.
I don't think he's overrated though, bro.
Let me retract this statement. It wasn't his line that was trash at the end of Black Panther. It was the acting when he was like he said the quote. He was like, "Oh," I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Like, is anybody gonna acknowledge that acting was kind of like even the "Hey Auntie" line? It was a little corny.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's nothing with him, though, because we talked about Jamie Foxx.
You gotta sell it. You gotta sell it. You gotta sell it as the actor. You don't have to say those lines. Like there's been great historically scenes where they were just improvising. because they didn't like how that shook.
Oh, and that's very true. But you got to think of those actors that do that. Michael B. Jordan is not a Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly. That's why I said he's overrated. That's why I gave him the overrated.
That's where they had in their career though. But that first of all, that role for Black Panther, the Killmonger role was casted completely wrong. They should have got, if you guys know who Mahershala Ali is, he's in House of Cards, he's Remy Danton.
Yep.
He's in a few other things. I think he
him. He's an underrated actor, but we'll leave that one alone.
He's in Luke Cage.
Yep.
He's in Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And not Diamondback, but the other one.
Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth.
He played a good role in that, man. He played a good role.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Cage is so cheesy.
He's a great actor.
Luke Cage is so cheesy, but he played a good role in that.
I hate Luke Cage.
Who's the Spanish dude? The Spanish dude who worked for Cottonmouth. He's a good actor too.
Shades.
He plays in American Skin. He has a good role in that one too. But he's a good actor too. But all right.
Wait, so who's the main lead? Oh, I got one question. Who's the main lead in Luke Cage? What's that dude's name?
I couldn't tell you his name.
No, bro.
Yeah, I would say that.
What's his name?
Yeah, I would say that they cast him, bro. That's the reason why I don't watch it.
I think he was right. I think he was the right cast. The way that they made the character was trash. He was the right
him and other stuff, he's pretty good.
He looked just like Luke Cage, like in the comics.
Yeah, for sure.
But they made him a cheat. I don't know why they made him like a
that's the writing. That's the writers. The only one of those series that I like that is Daredevil, and I only like the first season of that because after that, Punisher was fire too. But only the first season of Punisher, because the second season got watered down just like all the other ones.
The ending of season 2, you're right.
Yeah.
I can't think of the second Punisher, but Daredevil was absolutely fire. All right, under or overrated? Tequila. What y'all think?
Overrated.
Whoa. Really?
See, that's why I like this game. It's a great divide.
Overrated, bro. Let me tell you. I drink Crown. That's me.
I drink Crown too.
I drink Crown. That's mostly like it. Like I go before like pre-coronavirus world and all that stuff. If I would go out of somewhere, before we was drinking Jack, right? Then I graduated Crown. You know what I'm saying? All right, D, she drinks this tequila called Luna. Bro,
okay.
I just don't like it. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like
nothing about tequila.
Well, I don't know. I don't like anything about tequila, bro. It makes me want to riot. I don't like that. I want to drink and chill. I don't want to.
Tequila burns for 72 hours in my body, bro. Like literally the next day, I can feel that tequila shot. Like, ugh. And I think it's acid reflux or something, bro. It's not it.
You know how alcohol comes through your pores like the next day. Have you ever smelled like, all right, hooping? Think about it like this. Yeah. Hooping. Like when we was in Japan, right? Friday, everybody drinking stuff, go out. Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, we at the gym. The whole gym smells like alcohol.
Girl, you might
and this gym would be lit up.
And it's certain people that drank tequila and you can smell it and look. It seems like literally tequila is pouring off of their body because they smell like tequila. All alcohol don't smell it. It just make my stomach turn, bro. I don't like it.
So how do you feel about margaritas, like tequila in a margarita?
I would drink margaritas if they're cheap. Cheap margaritas. I can take a cheap drink. You know what I'm saying? I will do that, but I've never gone out and bought a bottle of tequila. I've never gone out and bought.
So there's a Mexican restaurant here, and they sell Coronaritas. You know what, like with the little Corona.
They tip it upside down in there.
Fire, bro. I drink a margarita. No lie.
I like margarita.
But like taking shots of tequila.
No,
sir. It's a vibe, man. You got to be in that type of zone, like, you know what I mean. Like if you just chilling, of course you're not gonna take shots of tequila if you just chilling.
When you drink tequila on the regular and the scenarios that you're in, who are you drinking it with?
Women.
What do you mean?
He said women.
I mean, it's all of us. We all taking shots.
I feel like mostly women drink tequila. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not
trying to be funny or anything like that.
They'd be upside down on tequila, bro.
But like, if you go somewhere, I'll never hear
nobody like, yo,
let me get a shot of Hennessy.
Yeah.
Let me get a shot of Hennessy. They be like, tequila.
So Crown to go
where
to
you
all
at?
day.
Go ahead.
Now I'm saying Crown go to all day, but if y'all gonna slander tequila, y'all gotta slander Hennessy because that.
Oh, for sure.
We did slander Hennessy. We did slander
Hennessy don't taste good either. Hennessy does
We
not taste
slandered
good
Hennessy.
either. Okay. Hennessy or tequila? Which one is your go-to?
Hennessy. I'm sorry, Hennessy.
Tequila.
I mean, I'm always gonna take something brown over something like light.
Really?
I don't
I'm gonna
know,
take
bro.
Henny.
Since you said it like that, I don't know. I do not like Hennessy, bro.
I don't either. I'll drink. I'm a Remy man. I'll drink some Remy Martin.
I might take the shot of tequila before the Henny, bro.
If you drink a Remy Martin, you might as well drink E&J. I'm not fucking with Remy Martin. What?
Headache, boy.
So my
all that shit is old. I'm not drinking none of that.
Remy is good,
bro.
So look,
I don't drink the basic Remy though.
Listen, my boy Wayne, he drank the.
I don't drink it that often. Now, come on now.
I'm getting big.
Pause.
Oh man.
Body man. No. So my friend Wayne, he drank the RS is it RSVP like the 1017 or whatever? No, not 1017, 1738. I said 1017. Breeze. No, I'm just playing.
I got a whole lot of money.
Nah, he drinks that, bro. And one time we drank it on the way to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. And before we even got there, I was so drunk, bro. It was the most drunk I ever been, bro.
It slap though. It slap. You gotta take your time. You can't just like chug that.
Bro,
that's why I like it. Because I can drink it slow and just chill. Huh?
It's not it don't taste good either, though. Like
I don't think any brown really tastes good besides like Crown Apple. I'll give you Crown Apple tastes good.
Crown Vanilla.
I like Crown Vanilla.
Crown Apple tastes like medicine to me.
It don't. It
tastes really syrupy to me.
But I don't like. The thing is with me, I think what tastes real syrupy is the Crown Peach.
Oh, that shit fire!
It's awesome.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Crown Peach ain't nothing but sugar. Nothing but sugar, bro.
Like Tennessee Jack honey.
Yeah, the honey. Yeah, that's
fire.
Hey, yeah, shout out to
that was back in 2014. His blood was running Tennessee honey.
Hey, that's all I drank, boy.
Yeah,
and then I had some
Hazard Flood. That's all that nigga drink too is fucking
blood.
Fucking goddamn it. Hazard Flood.
Where he been at, bro? He ain't been in the chats, nothing.
He got rid of his whole stuff because his girl.
Damn,
he's married.
All right,
like that.
Good for him. All right.
No.
Moving on. Underrated, overrated. Chipotle.
Overrated.
Evenly rated.
I think it's in the middle.
Chipotle is trash.
Evenly rated.
I might go evenly rated. I really like Chipotle's chicken, bro. I really like their chicken.
I like Chipotle's barbacoa. Good God, that barbacoa is getting, boy.
Bruh.
That barbacoa.
Yeah, because y'all on the East Coast.
Chipotle go crazy.
Arizona. I'm an hour from the border. Chipotle sucks.
We not talking about mom and pop shops, bro. Like,
we talking about fast food. No, we talking about fast food.
We talking about fast food.
Bro,
it's not gonna be better than the mom and pop shop, bro. It's not gonna be better than the mom and pop.
To Moe's, like that's what you have to compare to.
Bro, it's Tex-Mex. It's not authentic fucking Mexican food. It's Tex-Mex, bro.
We're not going to Chipotle to get burrito tacos, bro.
And let me tell you, I used to
wilding, dog.
I'm gonna tell you, I used to like Moe's more than I like Chipotle. I used to never like Chipotle, bro. My Shane used to be like, yo, I'm finna go to Chipotle. I'd be like, nah, I'm finna go to Moe's. They're kind of like right beside each other. Then one day I was like, I ain't want to go over there, so I was like, fuck, I'm gonna get Chipotle. Bro, I had it, never been to Moe's.
Moe's ain't it, but you know what's really good? Have you ever had the Qdoba steak? Like just their steak from Moe's? That is good.
Qdoba is fire.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's an East Coast thing.
My God, yes.
Man. They have it out here, Daryl. We have it in our own base. We have it on base in the little exchange.
On base?
We have Qdoba.
That's wild.
We have Qdoba. We have Charlie's. We have
AF's is snapping.
They got Qdoba in the DB.
Bro, and we got Papa John's and Popeyes on base too.
Wow.
AF's is snapping.
We have two restaurants on base. Taco Bell.
Hold on, I'm gonna count it up.
Yeah.
Not even
Go
Taco Bell
ahead,
no
you
more.
name yours, I'm counting
We
mine.
have Charlie's Subs and we have Subway. That's it. That's all we have now.
Yeah, we got Taco Bell, Subway, and Popeyes.
Charlie's with the steak, the Philly cheesesteak.
cheesesteaks,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yep, that's all we have.
Shit, we
The-
got
I don't even know what we have on. I don't even know what we have on base because I never go to.
Yo, no
Yeah,
kidding, bro. We have like 10 restaurants on base, bro.
That's
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Well, you're in Vegas, so
Yeah. But man, I mean, like they even have Dusty Arby's on there.
Y'all be
Uh-oh.
good over there, man.
Yeah, we have Arby's on base. We even have Boston Market. When's the last time y'all had Boston Market?
Jesus.
Bro,
Y'all got Boston Market on base?
Austin
Yeah.
Market used to be
Oh,
fire.
dude.
I passed
Hey,
one
he
all the time.
get you a little plate, get you some cornbread,
That's
some
crazy.
baked chicken and mashed potatoes. Yeah,
You got
Got
more
that.
restaurants
I don't
on
think-
base than I have in town.
Yo, do you remember
think
when
I've
we
ever
went
been
to
to
Set
Boston
it
Market.
down.
when we went to the Amish
Yes.
market, Bash?
You said
Amish
what?
market when we was in Maryland. You remember we went to the Amish market?
Son,
And
yes.
got-
Oh
dog,
my
that shit was so
God.
fire. Oh my god. They had these little pretzel bun sandwiches. Oh,
That sounds fire.
I got buffalo chicken. I got buffalo
Why did you
chicken pretzel
pause
bun
that?
sandwiches. Fire. Who paused it?
Did you say
Talking about-
pause after pretzel bun?
We getting off topic.
Oh, I thought y'all said okay. Yeah, keep going. My fault.
What was the
My
original
fault, yeah,
question?
we definitely going on topic. It was
Yeah,
Chipotle
yeah.
over and under. It was Chipotle over and under.
Yeah, all right.
This is what
Back to
happened.
Shout out to the Amish market though. That shit
Ah.
For
If you
sure.
get a
All right,
chance,
last topic of the over under. Thank you, Reed, for keeping us for doing my job. Naps
No, that's
overrated,
not the
underrated.
last one. That's not the last one. But yeah, naps are underrated.
Very
Like,
underrated.
like
Very
taking a
underrated.
nap?
Yeah. I
down?
swear to God, I eat my lunch in my car and take a nap in between work. I don't care if they look in my windows and see me laid out with shades on. I put the what is it, the front windshield blocker where you put that
The sun visor?
thing. I put that up, man, and just be like this.
Yeah. I remember I used to do that all the time. People be like, yo, Reed, you still sleeping in your car? I'm like, hell yeah, I'll be taking naps at lunch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I need me a lap.
In the dorms, bro. I would get my lunch from the DFAC and go home, back to my dorm and sleep.
Yeah.
And I ain't set no timer, no alarm. Whenever I woke up, that was the time I was going back to work. And those were the days.
Even coming after
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think they're underrated. I just don't really take naps. I've never been like the one to like take. I never been the one to take naps until I was in Dubai, and I would get off work and go straight to sleep.
Yep.
For like 6 hours, bro.
That's not
That ain't
a
a
nap.
nap.
That ain't
Bro.
a nap, brother.
That ain't
Bro,
a nap.
yes it is.
You taking a
Yes,
slumber.
it is. Bro, I'm telling you, yes it is. Bro, I would get off work, go to sleep,
Hold on,
go
let
out
me
and
see.
drink, come back, go to sleep again, go to work. Every day. I would hoop too and do other stuff. But naps are essential. I would say they're essential. I just need to find a time to take naps.
Every time my daughter go down, I go down.
The key to napping is to keep naps short, 10 to 20 minutes.
Nah, she sleeps longer than that.
That's overrated.
They say so you don't go too far in your sleep cycle, which can actually leave you feeling groggy, more tired than before. That makes sense. I'm gonna try a 20-minute
longer
nap.
than that. 10 to 20 is gonna make me want to fight somebody anyway. So they're not talking to me.
Nah,
I'd rather not take a
try
nap if it's gonna be for 10, 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, like it's supposed to actually give you more energy. If you nap for 15 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, it's supposed to make you feel refreshed. So I'm gonna try it today. I'm gonna try a 15-minute nap after this podcast, and I'm gonna let y'all know.
You're lying. It's gonna be 50 minutes.
15. I'm gonna set a timer and everything.
You're gonna be mad as hell.
All right, so then what you gonna do? What you gonna do with all that energy?
Shoot, I got a
COVID
lot of stuff to
vaccine
do
on base
today.
gave somebody Bell's palsy.
Huh?
Really?
That was a side effect.
Well, it's not FDA approved, so I'm not surprised.
Exactly. And everybody's
That's wild.
well, if you're not taking it, then you're harming society. I ain't gonna take it till they not trying to harm
Is
society.
this confirmed? Is this real?
And on, yeah. What do you mean?
Dang.
That's funny, Russ.
Hell yeah, it is
If
funny.
it'll cut your ass up.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
That's
Yeah.
tragic. Yeah, that's
Damn.
They've been going around taking surveys for it and everything. Like, oh, would you take it if we allowed you to take that COVID vaccine? I'm like,
I'm gonna take it when I have to take it. I'm not gonna volunteer to take it before I have to take it.
Right.
Yeah, they
don't know what it's doing.
Yeah, they have it here, and
they got it here too.
I was just like, yeah, I don't wanna do it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I'm not opposed to getting it.
I'm gonna get it
right now. I am like right now. Like I'm not gonna do it right now, but eventually.
I don't know, man. Especially with that, because I'm not trying to catch nothing like that. Like I ain't trying to go off the handle with that, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Ain't no rush. Who got the next topic? What we going on to? Oh, didn't you have one, Russ?
We did the silhouette challenge. Lay your head on my shoulder.
That's not even how it goes.
Jesus, yeah.
Not even how it goes. If that's how it went, I would have never heard it. But
that is how it goes.
I think it's underrated.
Look at that, man.
So underrated. So Vashti, don't leave. Vashti, don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave.
I'm here.
Hey, listen. I love them challenges. I love.
Hey, what you say? Hey, Dingo.
I'm not gonna lie.
None.
The first one I seen was fire, bro. I was like, I already know she won. I already know she won, bro. I didn't have to look at no more. I was like, yo, you the winner. What's your cash?
You the winner.
You the winner. Stupid, bro.
What's your cash app? Like,
I think it's dope.
What's your what? You're wild. You're wild.
Oh, you the one out here. You the one out. It's you.
I'm playing.
There's an imposter among us.
Sir, give me a 341.
Emergency meeting. Emergency meeting.
Sir, give me a 341.
Hey, man,
you're wild.
I saw Reed with the Cash App and the Twitter.
Hey, say what you will, but that's art. I'll pay for it.
It is art, but it ain't art that you gotta pay for.
You're right. I'm playing. I ain't paying for it. I ain't catching nobody out, man. I'll be joking on this app.
Hey, I was finna bring up the OnlyFans again.
Bro, he's lying to us right now.
Hey.
No, I'm not. I'm 100%. I be playing, but I'm 100%.
Yeah, I hear you.
Nah, I ain't into all that, but them things be banging.
Man, bro.
Yo, somebody, where Kwame at? Kwame,
one day we put in the chat.
Kwame, get camera and mic off.
He knows.
He knows.
Oh, my bad.
Like, what?
I didn't know.
Oh man, what's next, man?
You got it over or under for the silhouette challenge? Alright, move on.
Very
good, next topic.
What we got?
Moving on to the next topic. We got drugs in Portland.
We got drugs in Portland. Yeah,
we got drugs in Portland. So, for all those who've been under a rock, Portland recently decriminalized all drugs. Well, not Portland, the state of Oregon. Excuse me. Oregon decriminalized all drugs. What's your opinions on that? What y'all think? What y'all doing?
You said so meth and crack are decriminalized in Oregon?
Nothing to do with
I
me.
think so.
It's all drugs are decriminalized. All drugs.
How does that help anything?
I think the rats
not getting arrested for it by local police. You can still get arrested by FBI, federal agents, but you're not gonna get arrested.
It probably takes pressure off their police departments of looking for that. You know what I'm saying, or pushing for that. They probably still push.
Now they can do something.
I mean, decriminalize doesn't mean it's absolutely legal to just smoke a crack pipe in front of a church.
Bro, you wild.
That remind me of the whole pizza thing that Russ had early on.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all told someone about that. The pizza, eating the slice of pizza, Russ, with
no hands. Come on now, yeah, bro, that's
not relevant, right? Yeah, all right.
That's not relevant. That's not relevant.
That's crazy.
He said, imagine eating boneless wings with no hands.
He said, look, Mom, no hands.
No.
Okay.
No, darling, I don't dance.
All right.
What are we doing?
What y'all think of that though?
Getting canceled.
What y'all think?
I don't think. Yeah.
It's our last episode. We'll see y'all next episode.
Nah, I think that shit is wild. Like for real.
That's crazy.
There's oh man. So like one of my best friends or whatever growing up, he's a police officer now back home. And he said, oh damn.
No, if there was a weird cut on your podcast episode, Vash might just blew up on the screen or whatever. So
Yeah.
All right, but drugs in Portland or Oregon. I think that is insane. Oh, what I was saying was one of my best friends growing up, he's a police back home. I just talk to him whenever I go home, I see him, and I just asked him, what's like the worst, like what's the worst things that that has happened or that's been going on and stuff like that. And he said that the worst thing he has to do is like house calls when like parents have overdosed and stuff like that while the kids are in their house.
Whoa.
He said that's the worst part. He said like crime and all that stuff is that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Like those things are gonna happen. People are gonna get arrested for having, guns or doing this kind of things or robbing or whatever that goes on. But he said the thing that kills him the most is like when he has to go to a house, like a house call, because either whether it was the kid called or somebody, however it came out or whatever, they had a call and they had to go out and see and arrest or, get medical attention for the parents or whoever because their child is in the house and they have overdosed. He said that he's been called to the same house more than once because that's happened.
How does the person still have their kids?
Bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's my question.
Don't know. CPS, then there's the loophole in CPS or something like that. But
it's a failed system. I'm gonna be quite honest with you.
Yeah, for sure. But that right there would kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you something though, if you don't mind me? Do you happen to know what was the parent? Was it a mother or a father?
I think it was a mother.
I knew it was a mother. That's why I asked that. CPS tries to give the kids always back to the mother. When it's a father, they don't. They don't at all. But when it's a mother, they'll give them chance after chance. That's just a side note to me. That's me saying that because I grew up in foster care. That's just a side note.
That's proven. That's proven though. Fathers always get this shit in the stick when the government or
the court system.
That's what I meant. Is involved. Yeah. They always get the shit in the stick, no matter what happens. So, but yeah, that would be the worst part for me. If I was in Oregon, showing up to places like that, and there's kids involved, and that's just insane. It's like that video where both parents were OD'd and it was a baby in the backseat in the car seat.
In the van. I saw that.
Yeah. I'm like,
I don't want to watch a video like that. I haven't seen it, but I don't do well with situations like, just watching those.
It just infuriates me because it's like you have a child, bro. Like you're doing it for one, you're doing this in front of your child. Now your child sees you as a zombie. You know what I'm saying? Like not even alive right now, bro.
That's real. That's real.
In a car. Just sitting. So what are you doing? Like, it's crazy.
You're never gonna see your kids again either, too.
And they're never gonna look at you the same, bro. Like you're not gonna be there. You're not gonna be their hero or somebody they want to run to anymore. Like, but that's my take on it. What y'all think about the drugs in Oregon?
I agree. Decriminalizing is honestly, I think it's an easy way out. So they don't have to push as much law enforcement towards that. I think it kind of what do we call it? It gives a positive enforcement to a bad behavior. How like when you're treating people, there's a negative reinforcement, positive reinforcements. They're kind of like positively reinforcing it. Like, look, go ahead, do what you want to do, but make sure you keep it limited. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be obvious about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? We'll look the other eye, but don't force us. I don't like it. Personally,
no, I feel you. It's like a double-edged sword, to be honest. Because I've heard of people, I've like read online and whatnot, and I've like watched a few documentaries or whatever, or a few episodes on Vice, and people they microdose shrooms as like an antidepressant, to where they don't have to go take like Xanax or Zoloft or anything like that, to where like, you know, like they can have like a dependency or like being hooked on it. But I also have heard of people being institutionalized from getting like a bad batch of shrooms. So I mean, you like to think people will use it for the right stuff, but they probably not. People gonna be doing meth and crack all in the street. So
100%. There's alternate methods to like a lot of stuff where you kind of like you can use drugs, but you don't really need to use drugs. There's in betweens. You can always find another way. You know what I'm saying?
But you are speaking as a sober person who is not hooked on drugs.
That's true.
Like,
that's very true.
Define sober, my brother.
So what I mean is like you're not addicted to a drug. Like you sound sensible to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's because neither one of us are hooked on drugs. You can't say that to an addict.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? It go over well. You know what I'm saying? Like
I understand now. Yeah,
it's
I'm
hard
not in their shoes. Yeah.
So, do y'all believe addiction is a disease?
I do not believe addiction is a disease.
A disease in what sense? I've never understood why people like in what sense
a disease.
Of
so
it being
I used to always say
I'm looking at the definition of disease while you're doing that.
I think that it's a choice, but also I can't say that because there are babies that are born with addiction from their parents doing that shit.
Yeah.
So in that case, it would be a disease. But I'd also think that if you get out of the womb, it's a choice after that point.
Okay, so let me tell you this.
I feel that.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read the definition of a disease, right? A disorder of structure or function in a human, animal, or plant, especially one that produces specific signs or symptoms or that affects a specific location that is not simply a direct result of physical injury. So in
the context of what a disease is, then it would be regardless.
That would be, yeah. But to us, what we're thinking like more of health diseases where no one asked for it, right? No one openly gave themselves a disease. You know what I'm saying? Like cancer or something. You know. But by that definition, I see why either there's two things, right? By that definition, they used it and that's why, or they restructured what disease means to fit this. That's what I'm thinking too. Because no one considered by definition disease had anything to do with drug addiction.
Yeah. So like to us, it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? But for the people who have tried like addictive drugs, meth, heroin, stuff like that, one time, and now they're hooked, like their whole life is flashing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a blur.
They're a shell of themselves.
It's hard. I would say it's hard for them. You know what I'm saying?
My question is this, right? Who do you blame, Tide or the person who ate the Tide? The person that ate Tide Pod. When there were instructions saying this is deadly if you eat it. These people knew these drugs were addictive, and they still tried it that one time.
My question: who do you blame, Franklin or Mel?
Oh man,
I blame Mel.
That was rough.
I blame Mel.
You gotta blame Mel.
But Franklin introduced it.
Can you stop?
Introduce it to her?
Can y'all stop?
He ain't give it to her.
Can y'all stop? Can y'all stop?
Won't you keep up?
I'm not caught up in Snowfall.
Oh, all
right, never mind.
Well, in another sense, a drug dealer versus someone who
ODs.
They usually blame the dealer.
Oh boy, they try to. So man, like that's the thing that I don't really like about it. But we also got to wrap soon because we coming up on time. But they'll try to go to the ends of the earth to get the drug dealers. But instead of just preaching to the people that are doing the drugs, like they won't do prevention for that. But they're so worried about the people. Like the drug dealer sold you that because he had to make some bread for his family because he already got a record because he got incarcerated when he was 16 off some bullshit that he really shouldn't have been incarcerated for. And that took years from his life. So he got out, and in his community, that's what he had to do. So he did that. And then your kid happened to die from it. He didn't tell your kid to do that shit. He didn't tell your kid to take that.
My thing with that is, though, that the person who wants the drugs is gonna find a dealer, whether it's person A, B, or Z.
Exactly.
Right. So I never understood that. It's kind of the same thing in my eyes when people blame people of Spanish ethnicity coming over and taking the lower end jobs, right?
Yeah, that they didn't want anyway.
But yeah, that they didn't want. But here's the thing: they never blame the companies that are looking for people like this. Just like they never blame the user who are looking for people like this. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have a customer, you don't have a business.
I don't believe in blaming the dealer. The dealer's wrong because it's illegal. So he should do that time for it. But I don't believe in making them out to be the super terrible fucking person. Blah blah.
These users are gonna find somebody regardless. That's how I feel, man. That's just the way I put it. 100%. Whether it's person A or B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it comes from.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. If they're addicted, they're gonna find it, regardless if you give it to them or not. They're gonna find a way.
Mel.
Gotta watch it, Kwame.
Literally.
Stop saying Mel. You know, there's a lot more instances that you could use other than Snowfall. It's not the only drug dealing show.
Hey, so you know,
it's
never
the
mind.
best one.
I'll wait till Kwame catches up on it because there's something else I want to talk about.
Talk about some Wire. You can find an example in The Wire. There's like 15,000 seasons.
2021. The merch. Update on the merch, Russell.
Oh, okay. Hey, yo, so we got the website going through now. It's being printed and it should be on Shopify. I believe is the website Shopify/Make It Home Safe, but we'll have a link on the Facebook page and we'll post it to our individual Instagrams and Twitter pages.
All right. So,
that's it.
That's
fun.
That's it.
Thank
you, everybody. Episode 12. Hopefully, we don't get canceled after a few outbursts. We won't call nobody out.
Make it home safe. Stay safe.
A few outbursts. What are you doing, Russ?
Stress, bro. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Stress after we record. All right. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Welcome to the episode of Make It Home Safe podcast.
We endured and we survived through. Family is the anchor to the ship of which I'm tied to. So if I get to sinking, well, I guess I'm finna die too. It's true. I gotta get